and welcome back to the Citizen channel. Hope you're all staying safe and well as we look back at the game against Southampton. Yeah, the player ratings show. So we'll quickly look at the Manchester Evening News ratings with Mr. Simon Bajkowski, and I'll chip in with my own thoughts as well of the game. City 4, I was going to say 5 then. I just felt there's 5 on the cards today. It never quite happened, did it? City 5. City 4, Southampton 0. Season 22-23, part 1, of course. Only part 1 of season 22-23. 8th of October, match day 9. So we're going to have a look at that today, please. If you're new to the channel, push that subscribe button, push the bell notifications. All these vlogs are coming out. Everything City, past, present, and forever, of course. From current, new stuff, reviews, previews, to old stuff with me history stuff as well. So if you can join us, that'd be fantastic. And please, if you've got any comments on the game today or anything to do with City, let me know. You could join the live show every Monday night at 7 PM UK time. It won't be on during the World Cup, but certainly up to the World Cup. Join us to have a chat about City and all things City. And please, if you've got time, just give us a little thumbs up, guys. It's nice to get views, but it's nice to get thumbs ups as well. So it'll be much appreciated. Make this old City fan very, very happy. Right, let's have a look at the team. Yeah, 5 changes to the Copenhagen team, which I did say. I didn't quite get the right 5, but I did say there will be 5 changes to that game. I got 9. I'm happy with that. I just got Mahrez wrong. I thought Grealish should be up front. And of course, I thought Aké and Akanji would play, and they did. But obviously, Diaz snuck in there, didn't he? And I think Akanji was playing sort of right back, and Aké was playing left back. It was a bit of a funny formation by Pep, but I think Southampton was so weak going forward, he could mess around with it, in all fairness. So the 11, Ederson, Cancelo, Aké, Akanji, Diaz, Rodri, De Bruyne, Bernardo, Foden, Haaland, and Mahrez. And the subs, Ortega, Gundogan, Laporte, Grealish, Alvarez, Gomez, Palmer, Lewis, and Wilson Esbrand. Right, we'll go on to the player rating straight away. I'll give you Mr. Bajkowski's rating, and then I'll add my little 2 pennyworth onto it as well. Ederson, Simon said, spectator for another game. He was, with Southampton rarely getting near him. Good distribution. There's a couple where he kicked it out, but it wasn't really testy, was he? I mean, Simon's given him a 7. I give him a 7. I mean, what can you do? How can you score him in games like this? It's just so difficult, just totally non-existent from Southampton. I managed a couple of shots, but I think they went wide. Not great. We'll have a look at that in more detail on the other show we do, the what's it called? I forgot what it's called now. You know what it is? It's the Talking Points show. That's it. I'll have a look at that on there anyway. I've just got home. I'm tired, guys. I'm sorry. Cancelo, a game to remind him, said Simon, what a world-class talent he is. He is going forward. Absolutely spot on. But, you know, what is he, a left back, right back? No, he's more a winger today, and that's where he thrives, I think. Obviously, his weaker flank, supposedly, although I don't think so. He's not shown that as his weaker flank as far as playing for City concerned. Simon says Southampton couldn't stop him. He couldn't. He's given him a 9. I thought very generous. Yeah, I was a bit surprised. I know City would give him man of the match, but I thought it was great. Fantastic goal, lively, and he just loved it playing on the wing. But I must admit, as far as man of the match, I was a little bit surprised. But then you start looking at other players and you think, well, yeah, perhaps so. But obviously, Simon gave me a 9, I give him an 8. I thought it was an impressive display from Cancelo. Lots of stuff with the outside of his right boot. 1 or 2 things didn't come off, but 1 or 2 things came off spectacular, didn't they? So we'll have that. Akanji, Simon said, targeted early on at right back. Yeah, stood up to the pressure and played his part in helping the attack. Yeah, Pep did take a chance. I think he knew Southampton are struggling. I think he realised that with this setup of the team. I mean, Simon's given an 8. I'll give him a 7.5 again. Nothing wrong with Akanji's performance today. Perhaps not smooth as some of the other guys, but excellent. Diaz, Simon said, left Guardiola exasperated a few times, yeah, with the way attackers were able to turn him. Yeah, I must have missed that with being there and watching it. I might have missed the odd thing. I thought he played okay. I thought he played fine. I thought he wasn't outstanding in the defence, but I thought he played fine. Simon's only given him a 6. I mean, I'm going to go with a 7. I thought it was fine, although Aké and Akanji, of course, with the prima donnas, if you like, the guys seem to be more in control. But yeah, interesting enough, yeah, Aké and Akanji, I thought they'd start as centre halves, but Diaz has got to play games, hasn't he? So be interesting to see what happens on Wednesday night, and of course next week with the game against Liverpool. Aké, Simon said, threatened to get himself into a few sticky situations, but salvaged them. Good on the ball, yeah. I can't remember the sticky situations again. for me, he was just excellent. He just did what he had to do. Simon's given a 7. I'm giving a 7.5. For me, he didn't do much wrong, or look as though he's got to do too much wrong. Just composed throughout for me. Rodri, Simon said, right where he left off, always finding space in midfield, and delightful chip for Marc. He just slots back in, doesn't he? It's no big deal for Rodri. Simon's given an 8. I just give him a 7.5. He's there, back where he belongs, and we know Gundogan does a decent job there as well. But Rodri just does what he's been doing, and all credit to him. Bernardo Simon said the great tidier. Yeah, he is, nipping in and cleaning up City's messes whenever they lost possession. So sad. Excuse me. Simon's just give a 7. I thought I'd give him a 7.5. I mean, I like it when Bernardo's allowed to create, but when he's asked to do, if you like, the engine room, be part of the engine room to as Simon said, pick up and sort the messes out. He does it fantastically. Of course, that's what Pep had him doing again today. He didn't look at him to be overly creative. He just wanted him to be a link between that 18-yard box and midway into their half, and that's what he does, and that's what he does superbly. He's just in the engine room, and he does that job wonderfully. So I'm going to give him a 7.5. Simon only give him a 7. KDB. Simon said, menacing whenever he got his foot on the ball and deserved more than the 1 assist. He's given him an 8. Yeah, I'll give him a 7.5. I think he's quieter, only on the basis some of the other guys outshone him a little bit, which is fair enough. I mean, he can't always be the main guy, and obviously if Southampton are concentrating on KDB, it gives the others a chance to shine as well, doesn't it? But always a pain, always possible of doing something. A couple of his corners weren't fantastic. But yeah, nothing wrong with KDB. He just got a little bit left behind by some of the other players today. Mahrez, Simon said, missed 3 good chances early in the game, but took his goal. Well, yeah, I mean, a bit frustrating. Simon's given him a 6. I am going to give him a 7 because of the goal. Great goal. He took the goal well, but he does have to take those early chances better in tighter games where we're not perhaps going to get as many chances, and Haaland's marked out of the game as he was for a lot of this, or wasn't getting the ball. Mahrez has to put them on target. He has to, and if you shoot a good few yards over the bar, it's just not good enough. It has to be at least on target, and Mahrez was guilty today. For his wonderful control of the ball, sometimes he should keep it down a little bit more. Foden, Simon said, a goal and assist to add to his hat-trick last week and cement his place as one of Guardiola's most important players. Well, give him the money. Show me the money, Phil Foden says, and we'll probably have to give it him. Simon's given an 8. I'd give him an 8. That goal he scored, I thought I'd almost given up on it. I was sort of questioning what he was doing, and then just to dink it over like that was absolutely brilliant. So, again, Foden, as I say, whoever you believe, whether he's getting a wage rise and how much it is, it's certainly not doing his football any harm at the moment. And finally, on the starting 11, Simon said Haaland. Simon said, worked so hard all afternoon for a goal, and finally smashed one in to keep his incredible run going. He did. That's all he has to do. As long as he's there to score a goal. He was unlucky with the one that hit the post with his wrong foot. I mean, them usually go in off the post, don't they? I mean, it was really onto the side of the post, and you just expected it to sneak in at the other corner, but it didn't, obviously. But yeah, he got what he wanted in the end. He got a goal, and we're all happy that he did. So Simon only give him a 7, though. I think it's a bit unfair. I'll give him a 7.5. He never gives up. He never gives up and fully deserved that one goal, and Pep kept him on for the whole match. The subs, so have a look at the subs. I've only marked one of the subs because the other guys were on less than half an hour. So Simon said with Grealish for Foden on 58 minutes. Unlucky not to start. I agree. I thought he would start this game, and I thought Mahrez might start against Copenhagen. Although he missed another chance for a goal. He did, and he didn't sulk. He just got on with it. Simon's given him a 6. I'm going to give him a 6.5 because I thought he played pretty well, but he should perhaps have scored a goal, but we don't want to have too much of a downer on him. Palmer for De Bruyne on 71. Simon said more minutes on the right, but sprayed a pass out. Yeah, so he's given him a 6. Yeah, he was okay. Alvarez for Mahrez on 71 minutes, lively up front alongside Haaland. Yeah, well, that's what he is. Alvarez is lively, isn't he? Wouldn't mind have seen a little bit more. Gomez for Cancelo, 71. Relished his defensive work. Well, he's a defender. So simple as that. Cancelo was obviously, it wasn't a like for like. Gomez come on to defenders. Cancelo came on to attack, didn't he, when he was on the pitch? Lewis for Bernardo on 80 minutes. A jinking run forward almost brought results. Yeah, good run. Nothing didn't lead to anything, unfortunately. Simon's given him a 7, as I say. He was on 8. I'm not going to score him for 10 minutes. And not used, Ortega, Wilson, Esbrand, Laporte, and Gundogan. Let me know your ratings, guys. Let me know your thoughts. And City man of the match. Well, City gave it Cancelo. Yeah, I'll have to agree. I was just looking back at that, and I thought Aki had a fantastic game. Although Simon didn't particularly agree with me on that. I thought Bernardo had a fantastic game, unsort of heralded, if you like, all the work he put in. But yeah, given the facts he set up, he looks as though he set up a couple of chances and he scored a fantastic goal. Yeah, all credit to Cancelo. So I will agree with City's man of the match and give it him as well. Well, there you go. Yeah, that's it. Let me know who you thought your man of the match was. I've been having a quick look through Twitter. There's not too many comments about it, but I'll stick with Cancelo anyway. So let me know your man of the match. Let me know your player ratings, and please check out the Talking Point show, which will be out very, very soon. Probably out on what day are we now? So Saturday, Sunday morning. Don't check that out. And of course, the upcoming previews and odd shows for the Copenhagen game, which is this week. So there you go. Thanks for watching, guys. Hope you enjoyed that. Please, until we meet again, that's one thing, don't we? Please stay safe, Blues. Come on, City. Bye for now.